Leaders coach for improvement. If we want to learn everything there is to know about coaching, it really does take years. Loads of study, loads of practice, and loads of responsiveness to need. I studied coaching as an element of my master's degree. I got really stuck on, is it coaching or is it mentoring? And trying to work out the difference. In reality, it doesn't matter. What does matter is the impact coaching can make. Coaching, or mentoring, is a high-impact leadership strategy if it's done well. Too many go in without training, without a strategy, and without understanding what they are doing and why they are doing it. Let's explore it, albeit in brief, as a place to start in building understanding of some of this. Remember, the essence of coaching: he who talks learns. From this, we learn. Coaching is listening, listening, listening. A coach challenges and questions. What we do know is that coaching is with and by. The coachee is always the director and the boss. And take note, if the coach is deciding, then what you are doing is not coaching. Effective coaching leads to reflection and must result in action. Otherwise, it's just talk. Coaching is targeted. It works to define and to close a performance gap. The coachee owns it. Just as they own their behaviours, their need to change, any solutions, and they make decisions on the pathway and process to improvement. The hard part is that it's the coach's job to ensure that this happens, and it isn't simple, it isn't easy, and it isn't formulaic. Different people have different needs. Different needs call for different approaches. Whether a coachee is a high performer or a low performer, there will be challenges. High performers often flourish with coaching, but beware. Many high performers are not risk takers and do not like to make mistakes. Many will struggle initially when they aren't getting the answers from their coach. Without firm answers and without being told, they struggle. They need to be coached to think and then to make decisions. Lower performers are interesting as well. They can be overly confident. They will tell you things that they do. They perhaps say things that don't reflect in their practice. Or they may say nothing and sit in silence. A more structured and direct and very specific approach could work better. We find with lower performers, they are often on a performance plan. These address processes and tasks. They are often written for and given to the coachee. Sometimes the plan resembles an exit ticket. Know the purpose. If it is about growth and improvement, then every coachee needs to own the process, even our lowest performers. Whatever the focus, coaching has a process or a structure. But what might it look like? There are some key things to talk about as you set up your coaching plan and coaching sessions. Time limits. How long is each session and how many sessions will you have? Are you going to do a fast 30, a quick 60, or a long 90? What happens within each of these sessions? And targets. What is your overall target or purpose? Why are these sessions even happening? What outcome do you want? And then session by session, what is the target for each session? Get specific. Get an initial plan together. Map it out. It could change. Look at feedback of understandings. Norms to work. How will each session work? What role will the coach take? And what can a coachee expect? Will every session result in an action step? Will the next session begin with a reflection on that action? Will you use that flipped classroom approach? what data analysis is going to happen? Where is the evidence that this improvement actually needs to occur? Making it clear that there will be loads of questioning and little feedback. Dialogue, ideas, blue skies, it's all part of it. I call it possibilizing, imagining what is possible. Consistency is critical, particularly if coaching isn't voluntary, or when you get to those times when the discussions are challenging or disturbing and the coachee is feeling uncomfortable as they work through things that are different and changing. This is when a coach leans in. They turn up and they keep turning up. They meet expectations and stick to protocols. Scheduling, like consistency, it happens. It is prioritised and is seen as important. No cancellations. The process must respond to need. It must be crafted to meet the way the coachee works and thinks. Some people are more formal and structured than others. Talk about it before you begin. Learn about the person before you learn about the problem. Assess often, monitor, measure the impact frequently. Most of all, coaching requires honesty and trust. Without these two, impact coaching will not happen. Found a really cool summary here in 5 A's from Simple Coaching. Transform from a manager to a coach. It's on neilraman.com. A. Aspire. Begin with the end in mind. Set a clear purpose. A. Assess. Explore realities, needs, strengths and behaviours. A. Anticipate. Anticipate opportunity, ideals, visions, plan, possibilise. A. Act. Once you have that plan, execute it. Don't talk about it, do it. And finally, A. Accelerate. Evaluate, improve, refine, build momentum, transform, fly. It's a really simple and clear approach, but with real value. So in summary, coach. Coach is a collaboration, not teach, boss or direct. Ownership. It gives ownership to the coachee. Acknowledge. Acknowledge as a coach. You don't feed back. C. Communicate. It's question, create, discuss, debate. And H. Help. Grow, develop, improve. Whatever happens, coaching must result in growth and change.